Testing 1 2, testing 1 2. Testing 1 2, testing 1 2. Shalom, Israel. We're the ISUPK. Started off 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General Yahanna. Where we started off in 1969, where we teach Blacks, Hispanic, and Native Indians make up the 12 tribes of Israel. We are not affiliated with any other Israelite group, any other church, any other religion, or any faction of that. This is Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, uh, where we teach Lashawan Qadash here on Friday night. We have other classes also from Monday all the way to Saturday, Sabbath service tomorrow. Join us in South Carolina. Officer Zaksha Par of 1,000 teaching Lashawan Qadash, ancient and Assyrian Hebrew. Of course, we're going to go over the Hebrew chart a little bit here, and we're going to talk a lot about Assyrian Hebrew. Now, last week we had problems uh, figuring out characters, so we're going to get a little bit more familiar with the Assyrian Hebrew characters, okay? You're going to get some ancient Hebrew, but mainly I'm going to give you a great dose of the Assyrian Hebrew, because, and of course some ancient too, because people have problem understanding what they are. And then we'll go into some words, then we'll go into a few sentence structure also. So I'm sure that you guys got your yan and my yam together. I got me a little bit here. Mm. Got who we got in class?
We have UPK Shar checking in.
Shar checking in. Go ahead.
We have Manaima checking in
Naima from Tennessee.
From Tennessee.
Right.
And we've got we have
Takawa, right.
Checking in from Shura.
Yeah.
We have Brooke checking in from South Carolina as well.
Brooke checking in from South Carolina, Takawa.
And we have Azra.
Azra. Let's clap it up for everybody.
Oh, we have one more person.
Got some more?
Yeah, and Mike Love is back.
Mike Love, okay.
Checking in from California.
Good, Mike Love from California. Let's clap it up for everybody. That's right. Yahweh Shem, Yahweh Shai, Barak, a thumb to all of my brothers. Yahweh Shema, done by Shem, Yahweh Shai, to my sisters here in class. So get your pencil and paper out and let's get ready to rock. We're going to do some Lashawan Qadash here. That means you got to get ready to get serious about it, because, you know, when I see us having a little problem here, that means we got to correct that. Go ahead.
Someone has a question?
Yeah, go ahead.
This person is Miss Pink Woodstock. May we review the end characters? It's still 2.
The ending characters?
The end characters.
Yes. We can do that. Who is this?
It's still 2. I can get confused. I don't remember the 2.
Okay, yeah. Now we can review. Now let me review your name. I'm trying to figure out who we're talking to here.
Somebody named Miss Pink Woodstock.
What tribe you're from, Miss Pink Woodstock? Just tell me right over the line here. Just text it. What tribe are you from? And we'll do. If you're in my class or you're in the.
She clarified?
Yes.
So she saluted you and she said she is property of Quatazah Natazah Gabar.
Okay.
Greenville, South Carolina.
Gotcha. Okay.
She's a Judah.
Natazah Gabar. That's Labaya.
Okay.
Yeah. I got you. Yeah, we can go to ending characters. We'll do that in just a second. Okay, we will do. As a matter of fact, we'll go there right now since you said that, because we'll go a little bit there. The ending characters, since she said that, the ending characters of the Assyrian characters. I don't often go over the Assyrian, but I will do that tonight. Okay, ending characters, because it's hard to understand sometimes. Ending characters. Let's try it like here. Okay. We'll put a line across here. Ending characters. Here's one. Here's another. How many ending characters are there in the ancient Hebrew? Because they don't have any connectors, but we have ending characters. They occur at the end of every Assyrian word. They occur at every Assyrian word. Okay. Let's see. How many are there? I'll put in the text how many ending characters are there. Okay. And she's right. It would be a review. Because, you know, we've done it before. Okay. There we go. These are your ending characters right here. The ending characters occur. Anybody put that in there? Should be. Somebody say how many there are?
Kind of, my name said 5, and
Right.
Mike Love said 4.
Mike, there's 5. So my Naima from Tennessee, she's right. But there are 5. And the 5 are Ka, Ma, Na, Pa, and Taza. Okay? These characters, normally they look different when they're not at the end of it. Every time those sounds, and that's what we're going over today. The sounds and the differentiation of how these characters look, because there is a confusion. But this is the first one would be a Ka, right? Right there. They see that right there? Ka, Ma. This is a Na. This is a Pa. And that's a Taza. Okay? Say like if you had a word like Ka, like you'd have a sound like hell, I forgot myself. You got many M characters and Ka characters and Pa Taza. So you have words like for Taza you have Ara Taza, okay? Ara Taza. And you'd have words like I think it's a word like Pa, Shapar. That's a good. That's in my end name. Okay, it's like a Hebrew chauffeur, but it's really a Shapar. Okay. Then you have Na. You have words like Khan, Khan. And if you were writing those in Assyrian, you at the end of all these.
So she can't see.
She can't see.
She can't see.
Can you see now? Let me do this here again. I'm sorry. Taza. That's a taza. That's a na. And a pa would be like if I was to write the word. Let me get a better word than that. Because I don't want to use that word. Oops. Sorry about that. I didn't want to use out the words I was going to use here tonight. There are many of them, though. Well, yeah, I can do that. If I was to use the word like, there's so many. If I was going to say, like my last name, Shapar, we'll go ahead and use that one. Just to be using the word right there. That ain't the one I want to use. Dang, that. Okay, let's use the word. Let me get some good words. I'm just giving an example here of these ending characters. Y'all make sure you write them down, though. Let me get some examples here. Let me get something so I won't have to strain at this. Salakia. Let's see. Oh, here we go. I got one. You want to say a word like alawat? What does alawat mean? Anybody? I'm putting these characters like that. Okay. And then let me see. We can use another one like let's see. Is that right? A word like, here's one that I want to use, Barak. Barak?
It's like I want.
Yeah.
But now is asking, does it mean stand? Oh, wow.
Huh?
Alawak doesn't mean stand.
No. All right. That doesn't mean stand. It means wait a minute. Let me see. If you want to say when we say a word like alawap panya, alawap is a general, isn't it? And panya is to face, so you say face to general. So alawap. Which one am I missing here? Na pa ka taza, got that one. Pa, got that one. Na ka, oh ma. Let's get one with alawap. Yeah, general is alawap. Let's see, amadium. There we go. Let's use that. Here's the one that you wanted to know, sister. I mod yum. There we go. It's lucky about that, but since we're doing this real fast, I had to impromptu do this real crazy. There we go. Can they see that?
Mm.
That's some words. I'm not going to do this in Assyrian Hebrew, but we'll do some other things here. But anyway, aratazah means earth, and that tazah, because it's at the end of the word, this tazah, you would put this character here. It's on your Hebrew chart, right? And then if I want to use a word like Khan, what does Khan mean? K-A-N. That's this na here. What does Khan? Anybody? If I say Khan, what do you say? The word Khan. This is like a review here. What we got?
Manama and Azra said yes.
That's right. Let's clap it up for everybody right there. All the answers are good. Alawap, Ratazaz, Earth, Khan. Okay, what about Barak? Then that's a ka there. So when you use that ending character, ka, yeah, that would be your first ending character right there. Ka, ma, na, pa, and taza. Write those down. There are 5 ending characters, 5 of them. So when we say those ending characters in the Assyrian language that we got when we were in captivity, of course, they gave us new looks or the meaning is the same. It's just that, but the pronunciation is different. So what's that Barak mean? Anybody? What does it mean? Because if I was to write it out in Hebrew, the ending character would be a ka, that ka, this ka right here. It will look just like that. It will be ba, ra, and then a ka. In Assyrian Hebrew, we'll get to that in a second here, and some basic words. But mainly, I'm gonna get into the board here, and we're gonna go over some things that we haven't done in a while. What's everybody say?
Azra says it means bless.
Clap it up for it. Exactly right. And I'm sure everybody else got that right. It means bless. Exactly right. Exactly right. All right. What about, here's the last one left, right? We got the alawat pa. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we're missing our majim. And the majim you would use, of course, yam is when you want to pluralize it. What does the word imad mean? I'll underline that. Imad. Anybody? I mean, I can use a myriad of words, a lot of words, but I'm just using some basic words here. Like I repeat, aratazah is earth, Khan is yes, alawap is general. Like you want to say face to general, you say alawap panya, because you want to stand and give the general respect. That's face is panya, P-A-N-Y-A, but alawap, if you were doing that in Assyrian writing, it would end with a P, and that would be the general, alawap. This commanding general, Yahanna, of course, that's the highest general that's in the room, of course. Barak is a ka, and then Imad. Anybody know what Imad is? In this case, it's Imad Yum, because we're going to pluralize this. It's really something how a lot of these words, this last three words here, have a connection to them. Anybody? Or everybody? Because we're gonna get hot and heavy into this ancient and this Assyrian right here. Because last week, boy, we had some pitfalls, stumbles, and we're gonna catch up with that though in a second. Anybody? What they say?
Yeah.
Manaima
says everyone rise, and Lazarus says it means stand.
Stand. Yeah, Manaima. The connotation, I would say that you're right on fire, right on track. But the word is actually stand. So when you say all stand, that means everyone rise. Same thing. There's a word for everyone. There's a word for rise. But in this case, it has the same connotation. That means all stand. Okay, that's what it means. But you're right. You're both right. But the word literally means and translates. Imad means to stand. So when I say Imad Yam, or if I use this M here, that character right there, that character, I got a little crooked right there. Let me make it straight, y'all. Y'all correct me if I go down here and make letters crooked, you know. Right. Okay. But Imad Yam, that M, that ma, that's the ma. That occurs at the end of that word. So if I was to transliterate this word, and by the way, these are transliterations when I do this because the Bible is already translated by King James, and I'm just transliterating here, just a person that's trying. All right, that makes sense. Everybody cool with that? Labaya, I can't remember what you said her name was, but
oh yeah.
But I know that's
she clarified that.
Yeah, it's Labaya, right. So let's clap it up for that, right? Exactly right. All right. So we good. If we good with that, are we good with that? You got it. What's that? You say yeah? Got some more stuff?
I just told Labaya those two characters get her too. The na and the ka.
The na and the ka, yeah. Okay, we're gonna go over this, sis. All right, so we got those. I just wanted to get out ending characters. Let's get ready to go over this here. Let me show y'all something here. Because y'all, I'm assuming y'all can see this board here. All right, let's go over these. Let's go over these characters right here because this is what we had a problem last week. These when we say in the Hebrew it's ah, ba, ga, da. That's what Hebrew sounds like. There's 22 characters in the ancient Hebrew. In the Assyrian Hebrew that we just experienced the 5 characters, so that it makes it 27. 22 plus 5 more characters, that's 27. So abagada hawazaka tayakalamana sa aipatazo parushata. It'll sound the same no matter what you use in the top line, which is ancient. We're going to concentrate on the second line, the Syrian. Okay. Now, the Syrian writing. Let's start over here. Here's some Assyrian right here. All right. Let's start with this top line right here. Okay. With this little blue dot right here. Y'all can see that. Can you see that blue dot? That line right there. Yeah. All right. This line right here. Y'all tell me what characters this. All right. I'm going to do this. Y'all put it down 1, 2, and 3. Slack it. 1, 2, and 3. I'm going to put it right under the bottom here. Y'all tell me what characters those are. What is 1, what is 2, and what is 3? And they look primarily alike. And I'm going to tell you, I'm going to draw them, and I'm going to show you how you can identify them real easily. And let's just concentrate right here in front of me right here. Because that's what's been the problem with people when you're doing the Assyrian, man. It is very hard to understand. It's a lot easier to do the ancient, but we're going to concentrate on this Assyrian writing right here. So let's work this out, okay? What's number 3? What's number 2? What's number 1? And put your answer down. You know what? And all you're doing is writing what sound it is. It only requires anywhere from 2 to 3 alphabet there, or I would say character sounds. You know, ah, ba, ga. There's a ah or a behind every. Since we're using English, there we have to transliteration will have to have some sort of English denotation there. Okay, so there we go. So 1, 2, and 3. I mean, it's not busy work. It's just the way that if you do this, you will get it. You will translate it better than I would. Okay. And I'm going to show y'all something here. We're working on 1, 2, and 3. Anybody?
Okay.
What we got?
Labaya has an answer.
What you got, Labaya?
She has.
Do you put a 1, 2, and 3 behind them?
Okay, she has. Number 1 is fa.
Okay, just keep going.
Number 2 is ha.
All right.
And number 3 is ka, C-H-A-A.
Okay. All right. Does everybody agree with that? We have a tha, a ha, and a ka. Does everybody agree with that? If we have any differences, just let me know, because I'm going to go something here. It's important because people last week and everybody, okay?
Azra has the same answer.
Azara has the same answer. All right. I'm pretty sure all y'all got it right. You know, some of y'all are just pouring your tea. You know, I understand that. Or your strong drink, shakar.
Dakuwa says cancer.
Dakuwa, right. Everybody got it. So that's cool. Let's clap it up for everybody, right? All right. See, listen. This is what it is. When you get this tha, ha, ka, they look so much alike. Here's the differences real quick here. The main differences right here is right there in the ha, that one. They all have the basic structure, that basic look, just like this. That basic look, like that. They all have that look. And if you notice at the top, it looks like a little curl up there and it goes down like there. Now, that would be a ka. And all I want to do to change this, all I would do is just take this line out right here. That's a ha. And if I wanted to make it a tha, join that line right back and put a golf club at the end. And that's a tha. It's simple as that, really. That's not hard. Okay? But people will get those a little mixed up. The first one's a ka. You're right. Number 3 is ka. Number 2 is ha. And 1 is stop. All right. Let's move on. And they basically get started. The main differences is this little gap in here, but the tops of them all look like this little curl, straight line, down, 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 down. That's it. All right, what about these here? All right, let's go to the next one here. Instead of 1, 2, 3 here, let's move on. Let's follow this little blue dot around, y'all. This little blue dot here. On this one, I'll point to it like that. This line right here, follow that blue dot around. All right, this is 1, that's 2, and that's 3. So differentiate. Tell me, what do we got here? Y'all look very careful at this now. This is very, very, very careful. I mean, look very careful now. And I'm not a person that would try to fool you, but you know, you look at your chart and make sure, what have I thrown in here? Is it ancient? And I could throw an ancient character in there on Assyrian. Most of these things up here are Syrian, but I will throw an ancient character in there. Okay, not just to fool you, just to kind of show you how they look alike. That's all it is. You know, we ain't got no fools in our class. And we don't do April Fool and those foolish holidays. Learn not the way of the heathen, right? Jeremiah 10,
Yeah.
10 and 1, 2, 3. Learn not the way. So we ain't got no fools in our class. So one, what's one? What's two? What's three? Okay.
Okay, we have an answer.
What we got?
All right. The Bible says number one is Ma.
Okay. All right.
Number two is I. And number three is Sa.
Everybody, y'all look very closely now. Leviathan said something here. Y'all pay attention to this.
So like Azra has the same answers.
Azara got Ma, I, and Sa. Okay, go ahead.
So far that's it.
So far, so we got.
Okay.
We got two people.
Takawa has Ma, I, and Sa.
Takawa got. So it seems like everybody got the same answer so far, right?
Okay.
All right, we got other people up in here. Brooke. Who else? Mike Love, and who else? Manaima. All right. I'm assuming everybody agree. We don't want to leave nobody behind. I'll take my time and listen, because it's so important to understand the ancient and the Assyrian writing before I get on to other. I'm gonna put these words, put some words up here, and we'll put them in sentences. And if you can identify them here, then you can go on. All right. So let's clap it up for everybody. That's exactly right. Everybody is exactly right. This is a ma. This is an ending connecting ma. Mm-hmm. All right. I purposely threw an I up there, or I looks like a circle, but I painted it red there. And so you'll know that it's ancient, and I just snuck it in there, and I do that sometimes. And then of course the Sa looks just like a little circle, only it's got a little curly Q at the end there. But that curly Q looks like this. All these curly, in Hebrew, if you pay attention to this right here, like that, I'm writing it down. That little line right there, that little line across like that, there are a lot of letters. All of these letters have that right here, here, and there, there. All of them. They start off just like that. And then they branch off to other things. You know, they branch off to other things, depending on what you're trying to do with it. You know, in this case, like this, that's a Sa. So in this case, now if you want to draw with that same top line, if you want to draw a Ka, well, you simply just come down like that. Okay, y'all understand? So far, if you want to do to reiterate, you want to do a Ma right there. If you want to do a Tha, you take that same top line up here. I haven't even changed it. If you notice, I haven't changed this top line up here. Looks like some sort of little, I don't know what to say about it. But they all derive from that line. So once you begin to understand that, okay, all right. So we good on that, right? All right. Let's get away with that dot right there. We done with them. All right. Make sure y'all write that in your notes. That's a good one. All right. Let's go over here. Let's follow this little. All right. Sloppy. Let's follow this dot right here. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, these are nasty here. Nasty. let me get this board here so people can see. Now these right here, that ain't playing around right here. People see this? All right, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And don't worry about nothing else. Don't worry about that down there. Just these. Okay. Now This one right here starts off with that little straight line up to the top, like I've said, because they all look like that. I'm trying to show you the differentiation. So if you can break down those barriers, you'll make the eye see the differences a little better. Hope I'm saying that right. Hey, I'm just learning under command of General Yahanna and the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. This chart, it's teaching me as I go. We're gonna start with the first 5 right here. There's so much differences, but yet they all look the same. And like I said, we go Abagada Hawazaka Tayakala Manasa Ta Ipatasa Kwarashatha. That's what you got to understand. But that's what you got right here. And to me, when I first looked at it, I said, man, I got dizzy because so many of these things look like 7s. I said, this can't be right. There got to be a difference. And that's when I had a quest to learn the differentiations. That's why I said we're going to, the differentiations of the ancient. I preface that first, ancient first. And I'm sorry, the Assyrian first. I preface that first. And the ancient, because it is difficult. So let's get rocking here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Y'all tell me what those characters are. I know y'all know. Take your time. That's why you want to look at your chart. Take your time. And I don't mind going over basic stuff because I graduated. I'll put it right into a more technical class just like that while I'm doing it. But that's how you learn. And then after a while, you'll begin to understand that this is easy. I mean, if it wasn't easy, how else can roll to saying Abagada Hawazakata Yakala Manasa Ibatazu Kwabjata? How can I say that fast? Because I've studied it over and over again. I must have done this Hebrew chart by now probably 300-400 times. When I was first studying, my teachers told me I did this thing probably 100 times.
Okay.
What we got?
Leviathan. She has it, but she said number 4 had her. She don't know. Stumped her. So she said number 1 is God.
God. And I threw that one in there for you now. Because that God is, I'll put this line back in here. That's out of the ancient. That's why I drew it red. I know I give y'all one right there.
Number 2, she says number 2 is now.
Go work that one again, Labaya.
Number 3 is now also.
3 is now.
Number 4. She said number 4 is Zah.
Yeah, if I go through the trouble of writing it down, okay.
And number 5, she says, is Ka.
5 is Ka. 5, you got Labaya and everybody else is working on it. Y'all let me know.
Okay.
And that's what this is for. Go ahead.
Takua has, she stuck 5, got her stuck, but she got 1 through 4.
What you got?
She has number 1 as God.
Right.
Number 2 as Wa.
Oh, okay. I'd buy that.
Number 3 is Na.
That's right.
Number 4 is Slakia.
I mean, if I've gotten it written down, it's correct.
Okay, number 2 is Wa, number 3 is Na, number 4 is Za, and number 5 has her stuff.
Oh. Lord have mercy. If it's got it, is everybody else stuck on this? Let me rewrite it then. Shit, maybe people.
Leviathan has the answer for number 5.
There we go. I did it a little better there.
Okay, Leviathan. She says she knows number 5.
What Leviathan say?
She said number 5 is Ra.
Okay. Because if I turn around and write it, then it's right. Ra would be the correct. All right, let's everybody. I mean, and this is it's up to me. First of all, I'm glad you guys trust me writing them because I have been writing this for a long time. But you can look at the charts the same, but it's me writing them out of order because it's going to be a human being. You're not going to always get a teletype on the chart. You're going to get these. It's important to know these characters written. You know, it's written down because you're going to get a word. It could be anybody could be telling you something in Hebrew right here. So we got Ga, Wa. If you notice that little stem there on the top, that's the difference. And then a line. It's the smallest. The Wa has the smallest stem out of all the little 7 looking characters. Then the Na, that's correct. It looks like some sort of J channel or channel. I can't even describe it, man. It's just a I don't know how to say it. It's got a little straight line and then 2 little small stems on the left side there. A za is a crooked. It's the only one that has a crooked line at the top. It almost looks like a fa, but it's a crooked line at the top and then it's a little straight line down at the bottom. The ra, what makes it different? What makes it different is it's wider. The base of it from here to there is wider, but it still has that same straight line at the top, just like all these right here, all these characters, that straight line, all of them. Okay, all have that little curly Q and a straight line. Then what it does, because I can make this a car simply by drawing a straight line down. I can put a straight line down the golf club and make it a tha. But they generally look like that. Okay, to reiterate, Ga. A Ga is a little 7. A Ga almost looks like a man, shit. It looks like anything. It looks like how can I say? This Ga, by the way, is ancient Hebrew. It is not Assyrian. Okay, it can look like this Y here if I just turned it, but I just make sure the stem is a little longer, and it can look like a Na, as we had on the 5 characters, right? The ending characters. But only thing about it is drawn like a little check mark, just backwards, just kind of like down, and it's got a little spin to it. That's what the God looks like, and that is the ancient, by the way. Okay, the Wa, again, long stem, and just got the little bit of small stem at the top. The Na looks like, it's the only thing that looks like 2 7s joined together. A Za has a crooked line, and the Ra looks like that straight line border, only it's broad at the base. Remember, the Ra is broad at the base. That's what you got to remember. It's hard to do these, man. All right, let's go to the next one because it's rough, ain't it? Anytime I do a series, it's always hard. Always. It's always hard. It's hard. I've been doing it like this for a few years now. All right, here, let's do the last one here. That one. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's only 4 of them. Oh, this is going to get y'all in a heap of trouble. All right. And I'm going to show y'all how this can be different. Okay. All right. Let me write this a little better here. There. There we go. Okay. Boy, that's going to be wicked there. Okay. Now, so let's do 1, 2, 3, and 4, the last line here, before we do another exercise here. And I'm glad you guys can join us tonight, man. I mean, you can guys can be doing anything up here. You take your time with my brothers. Love. Mike Love. Charbon. Yahanna in class. Then we have Labaya, Bakawa, Hawaba. Who else?
Oh, Manaima,
Manaima
Izara.
and Izara. Exactly right. We appreciate you. Got a lot of people in class, and I appreciate you because that's how you learn. You learn, and I promise. After I'm trying to, it depends on how well y'all do off of these. But every time I'm going to go from here to the next thing you know, you'll be doing sentences in different tenses. But right now, let's just stay with identifying something real simple, and then we'll move on to another lesson here involving some words which you can put into a sentence. Okay? All right? Y'all talk to me. What we got?
Okay, Labaya has an answer.
What you got?
Okay, she has number one is Ba.
Bob.
Number two is Na.
Ah. She used to struggle with that one.
Number three is Ra. And number four is Ka, K-A. Manaima has an answer too.
All right, Manaima, what you got?
She has a very funny answer.
Go ahead.
Okay. She did say Salaki though, but I'm gonna give you the funny answer.
Go ahead.
She said number one is Ba. Number three is Nashville. And number two. And number three is Ya. And number four is Rob. But she corrected herself.
Three is what?
She said Nashville, but
oh,
she corrected herself.
Right.
She said number two is Na.
Right.
Number three is Ya, and number four is Rob.
Three is Ya.
Okay. And
no, three is not Ya.
And Takawa has an answer. Number one is Ba.
Right.
She doesn't know number two. Number three is Da, and number four is Ka.
Oh, she got it right. That is a Da. And that's and I don't know how she picked that out, but she did. But well, I do know how. I'm gonna tell you how she probably picked it up because the Ba, all of them, all these have that same straight line at the top with a little curl at the top, like that. They look like that. You don't even have to have the straight line, but it's close enough. The Na is, it looks like a Ga almost, but they got a different angle to them. They all have different angles. The Na, of course, like this, in a different angle. The Wa is a straight line, of course. The Ga is the angle the other way. But when you get to Na, but when you get to this Da, that looks like a Ra, no lie. But we know I got a Ra up here already. So what's the difference? Here's the difference. Right here. That's what she saw. I emphasized it a little bit. She saw that in the back of a Da, if you look real close, it has a little stem back there. Not much of one, just a small. I mean, just it's hard to say. And plus, the Ba down here and that line there, they actually, if you really want to say, it's actually a little larger. Like that. That little stem right there makes the difference in the world. Okay, that. And then when you get to the Ka, it's this. It's like it's got a little longer stem here for the Ka, but who's that? Thakwwa, I think. Mm-hmm. Well, we all deserve a clap, a round of applause right here. Damn right, y'all did some great work right here. Y'all did better than you did last week. That's the reason why I like. Well, that's how I know we can move on. But that Da right there, when she said the Da, she paid attention to that little stem back there. This Na right here has a little straight line down, then it crooks just a little bit. The Ba looks like a little hangman, right? Okay. And this Ka is the same stem only it's not as broad as the Ra. That Ra is the most broadest looking 7 looking number there. And so what look alike mainly is these 3. And the Ba, if you're not paying attention, it'll look just like the rest of them. But the Ba has a straight line down the bottom, and no lie. I'll tell you this, the Ba, the Da, the Ka, and the Ra look goddamn exactly alike. When I first did this, but there's a difference. Let's do it again. The Ra is a same straight line like this, curly, just like that, at the top, and then it goes straight. Just like that. Now, until you do something with it, like take it down and make it a little broader, like that, and turn it down, and the stem is not that long. Well, anyway, I don't want to mess it up no better. The stem is not that long. It's not that long, and plus that Ra is broad between here and there, like thick. It's broad based. Over here, you can almost take the Ba and the Ra, only you can just put a line at the bottom. You put a line at the bottom of this Ra, it'll look just like that Ba. Okay, now let's go over here to the Da. The Da, it looks just like Slakia. It looks just like a damn Ra or Slakia. Slakia, whatever. It looks like a Ra. Only problem is it's not as broad. It's kind of hard to tell it on this board. This was about the broadest one. It's a little less broad, and it's got a little stem right here. Right there. As a matter of fact, let me see if I can draw that in the red. I'm just trying to show y'all. Number 3. Thakwa had that. Somebody else might have got it right too. I'm not sure. See that little red right there? I'm overemphasizing it on the Da. About like that. See it? I don't want to overemphasize it too much or to get it out of shape there. But that's what it looks like. And of course, the Ka is the same thing. Only the problem is with the Ka, it looks just like a Da, only it's a longer stem. It's not as wide. And it's going to take a while for you to get that. But not really, because you got it tonight. So let's clap it up right here. But if you're already on top of it and you get it, you're learning, that's cool. So therefore, these are the most different I've ever seen out of any of them. Okay. All right, let's erase this and let's move on to something else. I hope everybody understand that. We need anybody to do something. Do we need to? We got a question or anything? Because these can be hell on wheels. I want y'all to transliterate a word I'm gonna give you here in a second here. That can be hell. All right, I'm assuming everybody got this. Okay. All right. Right. Damn. Okay. Okay. All right. We're going to move on to this little thing here that I wanted to do real quick. All right. Won't take me but a second. Y'all get you some water. Give me about 15 seconds here and I'll have it for you. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Uh, sorry about that. We're gonna do. Sorry about that.
So if she's talking about what happened, should I tell her you good, sis?
Yeah, yeah, she good.
Should I comment? Or,
Yeah, yeah. What's the comment?
no, I was gonna say you good, sis.
Right.
Tell her that.
No.
Don't say nothing. Okay.
Nothing.
She said. Oh, okay.
All right. We back online there. Good. Okay. Uh, all right. Um, I want you to transliterate this word here for me, guys. You know, this is actually a sentence. It's actually a sentence right here, and that's the reason why. And I'm doing this in ancient Hebrew. I'm doing this in ancient Hebrew. There we go. There we go. There we go. Y'all transliterate this. Take your time and write this. Uh, you know, what are the transliteration? That means in English, you got to look on your Hebrew chart like we normally do. Y'all should know how to do that and write down what this is because you guys got enough tools to do this now. I can put this in Assyrian too, but let me see. I might. Let me see. Uh, oh boy. There we go. Okay. This is Assyrian, of course. This is the ancient right here. Sorry about that. Y'all write down in the in English, of course, what this is. Transliterate it. Take your time. It's a good exercise.
Lubaya has an answer.
You got Lubaya. Just write. Just tell me what the words are. Don't tell me what the letters are. I'm sorry. Characters.
A-H.
A-H.
N-Y-A. The next word is
What you got? Did I bring that around? I probably did that wrong. Yeah, it's different. Go ahead. What's the other one?
the other word is B-A.
Okay.
R-A-I-B.
Okay.
Isra has an answer.
Yeah.
Hers is
What you got?
hers is A-H-N-A-Y-A.
Oh, N-A.
N-A-Y-A.
Yeah.
And the second word is B-A-R-A-I-B.
Okay. Anybody else?
Dakuwa has the same answer. A-H-N-A-Y-A-B-A-R-A-I-B.
Yeah. Okay. All right. This word they all basically the same, roughly. And it's good. Let's clap it up for everybody right there. Because this can be difficult. And here it is in Hebrew too. This is one of your exceptions in Hebrew when you use this word anya. Okay? And it's probably my fault, but the word is really transliterated like this. You lose when you join with an N, in this case, you take that H off of there, okay? Mm-hmm. Because it's joined with the na, so it's just on. Mm-hmm. Y'all got that? And then you just have ya by itself. Okay. Because there is a connector of a connector right here from a to na, you don't need this H right here. Because it's an a. That's normally, I mean, that's one of the exceptions on a not on a ah. It ain't always like that, you know. But this ah, when you're dealing with ahs and I, they take on strange characteristics about themselves. And here's one of them. Anya. So it's not anaya. I understand why you would think that. I got it. But when you want to do, you got to be careful with this join. This what's this connector here? It's not a single connector, but a dependent connector. Exactly, and this is an independent connector. So when you do the independent connector here, this is not your fault. I don't know if I teach you that, but I did teach it at one point from the sounds. From plus anya simply means I am. I am. That's what it means. Anya. Okay? So, and of course, I'm writing this backwards here. You know, I'm writing it backwards, so y'all pardon me here. Hebrew goes from right to left, so I'm writing it backwards for those people who we were looking at it differently here, okay? But in any case, to reiterate this, when you got an ah, you don't need this H right here. That's for everybody who's done it. And it's not your fault, but I'm trying to correct this. Anya, it means I am. So you take the ha off of that ah there, and you just join it to the na. So you have an. Because you definitely don't need it after the na. You know, it's not ana, na. It na, but it's not. It's on. Only because the A is one of the ones that you don't have double A's, you have an AH. It's the only uh, character that has an H connected to it. Everything else is except for the ha, of course. I mean, for the second letter of the sound there, it has um, instead of a the A has a H to it, or a ha sound. So you drop that H right there in this case and join it to the end, right? That makes sense? That is a different. I hope y'all don't get. Hope y'all not confused about this, because what it is it's a special case where the where you drop the ha. I've done this before when I use anya, but anyway, I am. So it's really anya, and then we have ba. Okay, slaki, ba ra'ib. Okay, so it's I am. That's what that is. And I'll tell you what y'all think the next word here is ra'ib. It is. It means I am hungry. That makes sense. That makes sense to y'all. But that's what it is. Okay. So you would say anya ba'arib. Okay. That's what you have to understand. Anya ba'arib. Okay. Y'all with that? Okay. And of course, Ra'ib is hungry. Let me show you, if you want to know what, Salakia, make sure I get that. Oh, I am hungry. So ba is in. So it's I am in hunger. I am in hunger. I am of hunger. Okay, so we want to say that's a preposition. So ba'arab. So here, this word is hungry. That's what ra'ib means. That makes sense. That's all one sentence right there. Very short. It means I am hungry, or if you want to put a preposition in there, ba'arib. You can say of hunger. You can say ma'arib of hunger. But in this case, it put down. It's usually used like in. Use this as in hungry. I am is you can say in hunger or hungry, or I am hungry. Ba'arib. That makes sense. So that's what this word means. That this first yeah, okay. Ba ra'ib. That's correct. Okay, so everybody got that right. And that's a preposition, of course, right here. But this word means I am hungry. That's what that means. So good. So let's clap it up for everybody right there. Now let's put some other sentences up here. But that word it's a little bit difficult. Here's I did this in Assyrian too, but I kind of like to lose Assyrian because it ain't right. So if I'm hungry, right? So this is what that word Slovakia. It's Anya Ba'arab. Okay? All right. And then we're gonna put another one right here, real quick here. Do this one right here. Okay. I'm gonna do this. Will I do this in Syria? No, I'm not gonna do that. I'll do y'all like that. I'm just gonna do like this, like that. Okay. Do this one. Okay. Let's do this one here. Yeah. Yeah, right here. Just trying to make sure I find the correct. Okay. You transliterate this word right here. Uh, I believe you can join these two together. I'm not sure. Let's see. Make sure. Did I do it that way? Yeah. Slocky. We're gonna do it this way. Let's do it that way. Transliterate this right here for me. And we're using this, and I'm gonna do this in ancient Hebrew because I had it in Assyrian, but I didn't want to confuse it no more than I had to. Okay. But anyway, transliterate this word right here. I got all connectors, independent connectors up there, and I hope that's right. Looks like it is anyway. Transliterate that one. The first one was Anya by Ra'ad. Okay, that's I am hungry. All right. Okay. Uh, well, we'll leave it like that. We won't put that in there. Confuse nothing.
Sister has a question.
What we got?
Radquad says, Salakia, sir, do you know where to find the ancient Hebrew as a font or language to type, so to speak?
For the ancient? No.
I've seen it around, but don't know where to find it.
No, the answer to that? No, I don't know what that is, Radquad. I've looked. You let me know if you find one. But to type, matter of fact, there is one, and I used it a long time ago. I haven't found it since, but I can't remember where I found that. I cannot remember. But in the ancient Hebrew. But don't worry about it. Just do transliterate this word here.
Hey, you have some answers?
What we got?
Okay. Zakua has TAZAMA, one word, and Thaya. Thaya. And Manaima has answered.
Uh,
And Azra has an answer.
okay. What you got?
Okay. Manaima has Tazama
Mm-hmm.
and Ahtaya.
AH what?
I'm sorry.
Right.
Ahtaya.
Okay. So it seems like most people got.
And Azra has an answer too.
What you got, Azara?
And right past it, the water, sir.
Sure, no problem, sis.
Okay. Azra has Tazama Ahtaya.
Yep, gotcha. And that's right. That's it. Now this right here, we had I am hungry. Now this right here is I am thirsty. Only it's not using anya, but this is the root word here for this word is tazamaa. Tazamaa is when you want to say thirsty. Okay, so you're saying here, I when you're saying me. Yah is me or mine. So you want to say me or my thirst. Okay, and then you want to say thee or thou. You want to say thou or thee. So it's basically saying thou thirst is of me, of mine. Old English sort of way of saying my thirst. It's mine. You're claiming it. Taza ma'athaya. Okay? Taza ma'athaya. That's I am thirsty. Okay? Or you can use the word, you can also use the word anya. You can say anya. That means I am. Okay? But when you say tazama'a, that is thirst. The root word is thirst or thirsty. And thou, and ya, those are possessive adjectives. It's my thirst. Okay? That's what it's saying. That makes sense? Uh, yeah, just making sure. Ya, yeah, ya is my thirst. I said me or mine. And then tha, of course, where did I get that from? Tha is like a preposition. Uh, Taza ma'athaya. Taza ma'athaya. Okay? That makes sense? Taza ma'athaya. So the preposition, you can say thou thirst, or I am. You can say I am. Anya taza ma'a. That's I am literally translated. But when you want to add it together, you want to say taza ma'a the ya. Okay? Taza ma'a the ya. So you're saying I am thirsty. Same way. And this, of course, will be your preposition. It really needs to go over here. Taza ma'a ya. Like it's my thirst and it's thou thee. The thirst is mine. That makes sense? Don't worry about that. So you can break it down. You can say Anya, I am. But that's what you want to say. So that's cool. So that's good translation. Let's clap it up for everybody, right? That's good. That's good translation. Let's erase this. Let's go on to a little bit before we end the class here. Yeah, we got a little bit, just a couple more, and then we'll be done. Okay. That right there is showing you how you can use very few words to make a sentence. That makes sense. You don't need much. Okay. Now let's go to real quick here, and that's to show you how you can use prepositions and possessive adjectives to make something happen. Let's hear. Check this out. Here, these. So if I am hungry, I'm gonna give you. Let's say you wanted some fish or something like that, right? So I want y'all to tell me what this word then, or a cow, or steak, or whatever you eat. Uh, what this word is. Remember, we just got. I'm gonna write. I'm gonna do this in Assyrian now. All right. Should I? Yeah, I am. We're gonna do it in Assyrian. Okay. Y'all pay attention to these words, to these characters that I'm making up here. Transliterate this. Now that's in Assyrian. Make sure, which can be hell on wheels. All right. I'm only doing this because we started off by doing an Assyrian class here. All right. And so now we're getting into uh, there we go. I'll do that one, and then of course there we go. Make sure these is what we tried to do early this night. Okay, there are two words up there. Tell me what that is. And as a matter of fact, I'm gonna put the other word up here too while y'all transliterating that. Transliterate these words here. This one and that one. Okay. And I'll go ahead and put this other one up here too. Get these right, boy. Been so long since I've done some of these characters. All right, yeah, we're gonna make these the last three of the night. Okay. Now remember, we said I am hungry, I am thirsty. So let's figure out in the board, what are these? There we go. Here's one. This is one right here. So lock you. Start on one, and that's two, of course. This is gonna be three. guys can take your time. You can do one first and then turn it in, and we'll work on the next one. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Now, all Assyrian, sticking true to the last Assyrian there. There's nothing up there in ancient at all. It's all Assyrian. That's the first word. That's the second word. That's the third word. Okay. Pay attention to that. I tried to put the certain symbols out there to some of them. Try it. Anyway, there we go. Number 1 and number 2, number 3. And not too bad, but you got to pay attention to them. Pay attention to all the little details that we did there. You know, this will be the incident. This coincidentally didn't be the last ones that we got on the board here. So y'all take your time. This is the last one. This is your last drink of yayan or mayam. See what you got. Tell me what you got up there. Got one over here, number 1. Got number 2 down here, and number 3 up there.
Okay, you have some answers?
What we got?
Okay.
All right.
Manila has D-A-G-A.
D-A-G-A-H. Ah.
Isra has
Okay.
D-A-G-A-H.
Okay. All right. All right. Anybody else?
Okay. Manila has number 2.
Mm-hmm.
She says it's S-A.
She got number 2.
Mm-hmm.
What we got?
S-A-N-A-M-A.
What? S-A-N-A-M-A.
M-A. Kind
Uh-uh.
D-A-R-A.
Go check that out now. Give me that again. Give me that spelling again. I'm sorry.
Saanamadara.
Mm-mm. Nah, you close. But that you got something wrong. You got the first two correct. You got something wrong here through here. These are the last ones. So pay attention. I mean, I hope I drew these right because sometimes it's my fault. Sometimes. Sometimes, I get a little. Yeah, shit. Sometimes I get them messed up. A little better there. The first two are correct. Sana. That's correct. In Assyrian, because you don't have any connectors. So this is harder to do because it's hard to do when you got no connectors. I applaud you, man. It's rough. Assyrian is hard because there are no connectors.
Okay, Dr. Wah has an answer for number 2.
What you got?
She's got Saanapadar.
PA. Okay.
Yar.
Everybody think that's right? Spell it again.
Saanapadar.
Okay. All right. Everybody else think that? It's close. That's why I wrote it down. It's correct. Just make sure you match it to this. But that's what that is. She's right. All right. Now the last one, number 3. But just make sure that you got it. Just put a thumbs up if you got this, because it's important. Because this is a whole basis of tonight is to understand the Hebrew and Assyrian characters. Because the Hebrew Assyrian characters is in ancient, and not the ancient. We did a few things in ancient, but we're working on the Assyrian tonight, and that's what these characters are, and they're harder to do. We said a couple sentences. I am hungry. I am thirsty. Okay.
Okay, Manana has a third answer. Has an answer.
All right.
Number 3.
Who? Okay, go ahead.
She has QA SHA QA SHA.
All right, let me see if I got that right. QA SHA QA
SHA.
What about this character here? Let me go over here and write this down again, because let me write it up top here. QA SHA, right?
Mm-hmm.
QA.
Mm-hmm.
Did she just say SHA?
Kind of one.
What about this character right here? Did you forget that one? What we got here, sister? We got something else right there. Remember this one right here?
She didn't see it.
Oh, okay. That's probably what it is.
Okay, Bakwa has an answer.
What you got, Bakwa?
She has QA.
Right.
SHA. QA. SHATH.
I do believe, but I'm gonna give her credit because she probably couldn't see it because I was in the way. That's what you mean? You know what I'm saying?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's probably what it was.
Azura has an answer too.
Huh?
Azura
what you got?
She has
okay, because
QA
right.
SHA QA SHA THA.
Take that A off the end. because it's hard to tell when you're doing Assyrian. But the word is quasha, 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 quasha. Okay, so let's go over this. Let's review this. Let's clap it up, everybody, because everybody really got them right here. Even the one I tried to hide my body with the thumb. Sorry about that. But anyway, here, this word right here, the Dagah. Everybody's right? The Dagah simply means fish. Okay. When the Bible tells you about fish, that's what it's saying here. And it's only, what kind of fish can we eat, y'all? Can we, in other words, instead of the type, if the Lord say go out there and catch you some fish and you caught a catfish, could you eat that catfish? Talk to me. Could you? I think y'all put yes or no in the comments. Y'all tell me. Because that's what this is about. We're talking about Dagah. Dagah means fish. Okay?
Takuwa said no.
No, that's right.
Azra said la.
La, exactly. Exactly. That's exactly right. So if it's fish, so what do you think? What kind of fish can you eat? And the Bible says this: speak unto the children of Israel, saying, these are the beasts which you shall eat among all the beasts that are in the earth. All right. And of course, we'll skip down to fish since that's what we're talking about. Of course, you know you can't eat swine, you can't eat any conies, anything, camels, or anything that divide the hoof and cheweth not of the cut. Okay, but let's get to the fish, and it talks about this. Verse 9, these shall ye eat of all that are in the waters, whatsoever have fins and scales in the seas. That's what this is saying. So basically, what you guys have transliterated of the word for scales, and they see this down here.
Yes, everyone has that.
Yeah, sana, huh?
A couple people have answers.
They got it, right? What do you got? You want to read it to me?
Azra said fins and scales. Mike Love said fins and scales and no catfish.
Exactly right. But that's what we just read in Leviticus. That's what the Lord gave us. The Levites told them to tell the people this. Sana. So when you eat fish, of course you don't eat pigs and all that, snails and all that stuff. But when you get to the fish, the Lord said, this is how you do it. When Dagah, fish, right? Sana payar. Those are scales. Sana payar. Of course, that's number 2 there. Everybody got it right. Sanapayar. And so what do you think? And that's let's say that right. Sanapayar, okay? Did I say that right? No, Sanapayar, Slakia. Sanapayar, I got that backwards. These are fins. The word means fins, Salakia. I apologize, guys. This word means fins. I wrote it down wrong. But Sanapiyar means fins, okay? Can you see that? Okay. All right. And scales. When you want to say scales in Hebrew, you want to say quasha, quashaf. So that's how you say it. And we can go on. And you can always put these, I am hungry for what? Fish. So you say anya, ra'ad, ya. Right? Daga. Dagaya. you know, and you can say, or you just say dagar, and then it says wa with fins, sana payar, wa with scales, quasha quasha, and y'all did good by leaving that ah off the end there, because if you write this in ancient, you would leave that ah off of there, or in ancient, it will look like it will look like the qua will look like this. It will look like this. Qua. Then it would say sha. You would say quasha, qua, sha. Then you would say qua. Then you would say sha. Salaki. You would use sha, and then you would say a tha here, and join them together. Then you wouldn't need no ah at the end of here. So it'd be quasha, 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 qua, sha. Y'all got that? So you did right by not putting the ah there, but because that's what it will look like in ancient right here. Y'all good? Anybody got any questions on that? But that's what it means. Scales is quasha, quasha, quashaf. Fins is sana payar. Sana payar. And fish is, of course, daga. It depends on what kind of fish, you know, it depends on how you want to say that. Just say fish, daga. Just make sure it's got fins, sana payar, and scales. Let's clap it up for class, right? Everybody got it? Clap it up for class. Clap it up for class. Okay. Anybody got any questions? If you got any questions, y'all, let me know. Anybody got any questions? And I'm glad you guys hung in there. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai Baraka Thumb to all my brothers. Yahweh Shemala Thumb by Shem Yahweh Shai to my sisters as we getting ready to go. Make sure you guys pay your tithe to the ISUPK. Go online, ISUPK.com, and make sure you pay your Passover fee this year. It's the 57th annual Passover in Houston, Texas. Make sure you look online. It is $200 Passover fee. The same place that you place and put your tithes, you put your $200 Passover fee. Okay, so. All right, we're going to read some ISUPK announcements, okay? We are the ISUPK started out 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for the new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After the 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithe, which is a commandment. Numbers 18:21, Malachi 3:8 and 10 means 10th in the Hebrew. Ma Isharah. 10% of every penny of increase the Most High gives you. Give to the Treasury Department or teacher, priest fund. The free will offering for the priest, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Holy convocation is going to be Feast of Dedication or Hakanakah. Okay, it's the 25th day of the 9th month by the space of 8 days, Sunday, 14th December 2025 for 8 days. First Maccabees 4:52 and 61. We're going to remind Akim and Akwaf to check the bulletin board in the hallway. If anyone wants to be a troop in the school, to start wearing all black boots, shirt, pants, headbands, and scarf. If anybody got any questions, you can make sure you put them in the chat. but we're going to stand and salute out the brothers and sisters, okay? All right. Mam Shabbat, Mam Shabbat, Mati, Barak, Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Barak, Atham, Ya Matar, Sar and Faces, sisters, Mam Shabbat, Mati, Barak, Yahweh Shema Alathan by Hashem, Yahweh Shai,
Yahweh Shema Alathan by Hashem, Yahweh Shai.
Ya Matah, class dismissed. Clap it up, class.